There you go, we made it past the hardest level in the game. And I'm serious, that pretty much was the hardest level in the game. At least in terms of levels that don't make your health come back afterwards, so there you go. Now, probably would have been a better idea to do one of the other 3 levels first, because the boss in this level can be a bit annoying, but I think it should be fairly doable with the Starburst, Starfire power we've gotten as well. So I'm just going to try that and make our way forward, because the boss in this area is pretty much the annoying thing. I quite like that all these platforms aren't actually platforms, they're just little air thingies. Not sure how you manage to jump and walk over them, but, you know, Skyblazer. Makes sense! Everything makes sense. And it definitely gives you a reason to use your kick attack a lot more often. Also press up here to go to the next part, because otherwise you're just going to be stuck there forever, and that's not very nice. Now you can, once again, pretty much just use Comet Fire and fly through everything in one nice fell swoop, but not really feel like doing that right now. Maybe if I die, that'd be kind of annoying. Don't hit me, dragon. Don't hit me, dragon. You are a bad dragon, but you gave me health, so you are a nice dragon after all. Not gonna get that one up because that tends to kill me. Because the wind is blowing down there, as you probably could have noticed. And that's kind of bad because it makes you die immediately, and that's not very fun. So, yeah, not gonna do that. This is actually kind of a tricky-ish part. If you don't know what you're doing, you can just jump like that, which is considerably easier in my opinion. But to do it normally is quite tricky. Now, I'm just gonna heal up and switch to thingy power. Because this boss is kind of rude and mean and annoying. So I'm just going to stand over here. And he teleports 3 of himself. Only 1 is real. And you can't definitely just keep on hitting him like that. And then he dies instantly. Definitely a good thing to have this power before you do this boss. Or one we're going to get from the water level, which we haven't seen yet. Spoilers, there's going to be a water level. Oh, wait, is this the one you get? Actually, yeah. The water level one might actually work as well. This is the one I need for the water level. I'm good with numbers. And when you press up here, like up on the D-pad, you go into this little zone, which is another one of these bonus levels. And fortunately, I'm playing on an emulator, so I can just press the fast forward button because it's exactly the same as the previous one, and I don't really feel like seeing it again. There you go. And we get to a secret level, which is kind of cool. So, you've managed to find your way here. Well done. When the waves surge, you must brace yourself. Waters hold no fear for me, for it is my foes who shall be washed away. That is so cheesy. I haven't read that line before, I think, because I generally just skip it, but there you go. Before you go, I will raise your endurance, and this is the only way to get max life in this game, actually, if you go to this level. Does it say anything else? No, you must brace yourself. It is my foes who will be washed away. Study this mystic pattern for the people who want to see the password, because I'm sure everyone is interested in the password. And you do actually... This is just the same thing he says every time. But you do actually need to take heed of what he says, because the thing where he says, when the waves surge, you must hold on, because if you don't hold on, you will just instantly die, and that is kind of annoying. So what that basically means is that you need to stick to this little thing in the middle here, and when you do that, you won't die from this water, which will otherwise instantly kill you, as I mentioned before. And that is pretty much the entire level. Which is great. I'm going to stand on this side because I think there's going to be a 1-up on this side if I remember correctly. And I like 1-ups more than mana power-ups, which is on the other side. Because I like numbers. Although I guess if I really like 1-ups, then I guess I would have just gotten the bonus level and actually did that again. And that would have been fun to watch, just watching the same thing again. That would be great. I would love doing that. And the second 1-up is on the left side. And another weird thing about this level is that the enemies actually walk off to at least the right side. I don't know if they walk off to the left side, but definitely the right side. And I kind of failed to show that off because I kind of killed everyone, but generally they just walk off the boat, which is kind of strange because I can't actually do that. There's a wall over there. So, yeah, very strange, but the enemies have magical powers or something. I don't know. Now, at the start of this level, we're in the water, and it's actually fast to just stick to this wall and climb down, which will make it possible to get past the first fish over there with spikes and stuff without actually having to hit him or without getting hit by him. Naturally, I screwed up by getting hit by the other enemy, but that's okay. I'm going to ignore that. Now, this level is basically just levers and... well, levers, really. Just a lot of levers, which you generally need to hit with magic. You can, once again, use Comet Flash because it is the best and overpowered magic in the game. But I don't really feel like doing that right now. Although right here, you can definitely just you can just go through here with Comet Flash, but just gonna use that magic. I think there's actually a mana power-up to over that direction. That was good English. I'm actually gonna see if I can get... No, I don't think I can get back there again without actually hitting the levers. So I'm not gonna bother. But I'm pretty sure in the top left of that room there is actually a mana power-up. So if you're running low on mana, you can get that one. Now, you don't really need to spin around here because you can use Comet Flash, and I'm gonna stop saying that now because it's getting really repetitive. But I don't care. It's so true. Comet Flash, it's so good. This game should be called Comet Flash Blazer, but that is entirely up to the designers of this game. And sadly, I was not one of them. But oh well. This level is basically just a large maze, trying to figure out which direction I have to go, like not in up there. That is one of the directions you should go in. Not up there is a good direction. Or is it? Yeah, okay, you do need to go in this direction. I was a little confused about this part here, but I was right after all. Now if you go up here, there's the health bar, which it looks very appealing, but that just sends you back again. We actually need to go over here, where there is a mana power-up over here. And that is very nice indeed. And more maze. This area is actually really large. You can go in several different directions, and there is I think there's actually a faster way than the one I'm taking right now. But this is the one I've kind of memorized since, I don't know, I got stuck in this level once, and then I found this route, and then I never really bothered to find another one. You can probably, as a start, Comet Flash to the left, and then you could maybe do a little shorter route in the thingy. But oh well, hit that one, because it's awesome. Swim around here so we can get the extra mana, because kind of want to have max mana for this boss, because it is a bastard. It is a really unfriendly person. So pretty much just wanted to get the lightning power up for this boss, because I'm just going to show you what happens if you just keep things alive. You wait a while, fish start spawning, and then if you wait a little longer, they get really big. And I think the normal way of doing it, if you don't have... Come on, fish. Fish! There we go. If you don't have the right magic, you can pretty much hit them like this. You can actually get them stuck like in behind that wall over there, like I'm doing right now. But it's a really tedious job, and this thing is just so much better because it hits everyone. And you just use this 1-4 times, and that pretty much takes care of everything. I kicked that guy in the top or the bottom right once already, so he died first. But they do all die, and then I stand kind of in mid-air, mid-water in my normal standing position, which is kind of strange, but that's what he usually does. Because this game is a bit odd. And we get time stop. I'm never going to use this. I guess I use it to show off how horrible it is, because it is just stupid. I don't know if there is actually a part where it's just really good to use, like it instantly kills someone or something, but I have not found a good usage for it at all. And I'm just going to show up why. I've got time stop here. It costs 2 mana, like Comet Flash. Time stop! So, enemies can still hit me, including that bubble, which I can't destroy. And once you get to this part, the enemies will start moving again. I know it was a little slow, so let's just use it here again. That guy's still moving! It really just stops the enemies that are currently on screen, and it is completely and utterly useless for as far as I can gather. Don't really see the point. Another nice thing about this game is that you can kick projectiles. So you might sometimes hit a little ping noise, which is basically the projectile being undamaging to me. And if you jump into water, there's a whole bunch of little fish here that spawn and try to eat you, which is kind of cute. But they failed, but they were nice enough to give me some health afterwards. Also, if you first go up here and then do the boat level, I think you actually end up walking to the right as well. Not entirely sure about that though, but there you go. Anyway, Fortress She-Roll. It's another flying level, if I remember correctly. I think so. Yes, it is. This one's definitely a little bit more tricky. There's a lot more areas where you can just get stuck between the platform and the wall here, because the wall is pretty much like that. That has a tendency to happen a little bit more in this level. And now you got to see the death animation, which was entirely part of that plan. Because I'm honestly guessing there's not going to be any other part in the game where I'm going to die. Just saying that right now. Probably going to be wrong now because I said that, and that's just going to murder me anyway, but that's okay. I don't really mind. Because you respawn in the same room again. The rooms in this game are not very large, except I guess this one. This level is actually one of the larger rooms in the game, technically, where if you die, you just get all the way back to the start of the level, which is kind of annoying. And not really a maze. There are some extra routes you can take which are more safe or have like a one-up, like the one I just took. Don't go down here, but actually go down here, which is also kind of mazy, I guess. Is mazy a word? I don't know. It should be. Mazy sounds like a fun word. But, yeah, not really too much to worry about. The start is pretty much the biggest part where you can die. Very nice that the spikes don't instantly kill you, otherwise this level would be a little bit trickier. But it's fairly short anyway, so it's all good. Now if you go to the left here, he'll basically, the magic man guy will basically just say, you still need to kill the 4 guys! And I don't even know if he counts how many you've killed at this point, but... You need to kill the 4 guys before you can continue in that direction. So we are going to the caverns of whatever it was. I didn't really read what was on screen. Spikes! And I think we can just jump to the right here. Yes, we can, sort of. And watch out for those guys. They don't really deal damage, but they are kind of mean in the sense that they shoot fire. But I can punch the fire, and that will make it go away. That's how firemen work. But, oh man, I'm kind of messing this up. I think you can actually go to the top left here, and I think you can actually jump to this area a little bit sooner than normally. But, oh well, this works. And we ride this lift excitingly to the right. It is so good. This is my favorite part of the game. And then we jump down to this one, which sends us to a different one. There's a lot of lifts in this level. And this level actually also has another shortcut. I don't know if these are the only 2 levels in the game with a little shortcut in the level where you can just choose that road, which is almost impossible to see. I don't know. I'm just gonna show it off anyway, because some people who have played this game, like all 3 of you, might not have seen that shortcut, so I'm gonna show it. Hoo-hoo. So you go down here, kill that guy, or get hit by him, doesn't really matter because he barely gives any damage. Get hit by him again. And you crouch through this little area over here. This one's a little easier to find because the area it sends you to is something you can probably find by yourself anyway. This is how I found that shortcut the first time that I found it. I think that was also the only one I found. I definitely didn't find the other one. I got that from... I don't even remember. Probably a walkthrough or something. I don't know. But I was probably searching what time stop did, and I probably found that. But that is my story. Also, another thing you should be careful about is that when you get hit, you are briefly invulnerable. But if you use healing, then you are no longer invulnerable immediately. So that's something you need to watch out for. Next boss, I don't really know which magic was good again, so I'm just gonna go with this one because it's old and trustworthy, and I believe in you. This boss is a little strange. You can pretty much just keep kicking him like this, and he'll just jump. I think if you use magic, like this, or miss entirely, come on, there we go. You'll eventually start using different attacks, and I kind of want to show the different attacks because they're hilarious. Come on. Yes, throw your tomatoes at me. I don't know why this elephant, which has a snake for a thing. I don't know the English word for it anymore. Awesome. But yeah, why the elephant that has a snake for a nose with bat wings shoots tomatoes out of his mouth. But I'm just gonna go with it. I'm just gonna assume that's a normal thing that happens in Japan or something. I don't know. It all makes sense now. But he's not too hard. You pretty much need to be careful he doesn't shoot you. He barely ever shoots you at all. Unless you just let him jump around for a while, then eventually he'll start shooting you, and then he won't stop shooting you until you actually hit him again. And we get Warrior Force, which is okay. It's not bad. It has its uses. It's a lot better than Time Stop, at least. And I think it actually lasts longer than Time Stop as well. I'm not entirely sure. So we go into the Shrine of the Weeping Widow. Now that we killed all 4 guys. Fortunately for you, my guidance had let you fall. Yeah, right. Now you must seize the final power, young one. You must face and defeat the Great Dragon. If you survive, you will gain the power of the Fiery Phoenix. But how do I defeat the Great Dragon? By punching him. That I cannot share. You must seek the answer within. What you mean is that you don't know. Begone! I fear for the young sorceress and for us as well. Shouldn't you raise my endurance a little? I did not forget. And good luck, young warrior. This is such a cheesy story. Does he say the same thing? Yeah, you must defeat the Great Dragon, Flamen. I barely ever click story, but I'm sure what all of you are waiting for is the mystic pattern that we must study and remember. Yes, balls, crosses, and I don't even know what that other thing is. It looks like some sort of weird Dorito. It looks like a Dorito. I'm gonna go with Dorito. Nope. And we go to the forest, and this level is stupid. This level is so stupid when I figured out what you can actually do in it. But it's basically another large maze. And you just go to the left. You just go to the left, and Now, there are several roads you can take, but if you just keep on going to the left, it'll just loop. If you go through that tree, I think it'll just end up looping as well. So don't go through that tree, because that actually doesn't lead anywhere. Now, there's a normal route, which is going through that little hole below me, which you can just kind of go down here, slide down and crawl in it. But that's not the road we're going to take. We're going to stand in front of this perfectly ordinary tree and press up, which sends us to the end of the level immediately. Yeah. That is so stupid, in my humble opinion. But there you go. That was the exciting maze, and I hope everyone who played the game didn't know about that, because that is... that really pissed me off when I found out about that. Anyway, flying through this level. This is pretty much sort of the last level of the game. There is one more thing after this, but this is pretty much a scary thing. Those guys hurt so much. Don't get hit by them. They are not nice. Don't get hit by them ever. And yeah, they deal like 4 hearts of damage or something ridiculous like that. I'm just gonna heal because I have the mana for it. And then I saw that green potion and it was entirely redundant. Jump down, use the magic. Jump down, use the magic. Don't fall down and actually go up. Jump to the other side and make your way up to the castle. And this is an area where you kind of need to be careful because of that guy, and that guy, and that guy, and that guy, him, and that guy, who can all deal an absurd amount of damage, and they all make you feel really sad about yourself. And I don't like feeling sad, so just be careful instead. And you can pretty much just use... I think there's a fair amount of mana in this level, and there are definitely some large enemies as well, which drop a certain amount of mana sometimes as well, generally. So you don't really need to worry about losing. Look, there's 4 mana right there, so I already got my 4 mana by the use for using the Cosmic Flash, Comet Flash thing twice. Because those enemies are kind of annoying. Because... Oh no! That would instantly kill you. That was a bit close, but yeah, it's definitely a lot faster to just go through like that. Watch out for that ball, it is very dangerous indeed. Not sure how it levitates at the sky like that. Grab onto the wall. You can actually just jump from the left to the right, but it's a little trickier than just doing this. In my opinion. Not sure if you can actually do it with the second one. It might be impossible with the second one, but again, not sure because it's just so much easier to not do that. And you climb. And I generally just like killing these guys with my Mystic Power, which, man, that attack basically makes your damage increase, and you will be invincible for a little amount of time. Jump to the left here. I think if you jump to the right, you die. If you jump to the left, you don't, because you land exactly at the door. And this guy generally has some mana. And this time he has 5 gems. Thanks, guy. That's very helpful. But fortunately, I think there's a couple more, so it doesn't really matter. There should be at least. It doesn't really matter either, because I think I have enough mana for the boss in this area. Because you don't really need any, to be perfectly honest. Ah, there we go. That dragon was nice enough to just give me everything back. That's very nice of him, actually. And I'm not being careful, but that's okay, because that dragon decided to give me my health back as well. These guys are so nice. Wow, I'm getting the best power-ups ever. Awesome. So, why am I not using Comet Flash? Where is it? There it is. Use it again here, because it's quite good and makes you fly past dragons, which are otherwise annoying. Jump to the left side of the wall. Are you serious? How did I get hit by that? I think the left side is actually easier, which is a bit strange, but I think the way the pattern works when you enter the room, it's a little bit easier to go through the left side than the right, because you don't really need to wait for anything unless you get hit like I just did. But that's okay. Now, the Great Dragon. Jump on this platform. Hit him. He'll breathe fire. You use Mystic Power. And you do this. This is the entire boss. This is the Great Dragon. The Great Dragon of Lore. He will give me the Fiery Phoenix power. Why is that a Great Dragon? Why did I need all those power? I really only needed Cosmic Flash because it's so good! But that guy gives us the Fiery Phoenix. And the Fiery Phoenix is called overpowered, but I'm just gonna call it the Fiery Phoenix because I like it.